Now, I would like to call His Excellency Soltan bin Al-Muraikhi, the Ministry of State of Foreign Affairs for the State of Qatar, which was the host country of the Second South Summit, to come up here, as well as this head of delegation of the nation of Qatar will give us a speech.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful, Your Excellency President Yoweri Museveni, Your Excellencies, Majesties, Heads of States and Governments, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, may the peace of God be upon you all. I address you today after a long time since the Second South Summit in Doha in 2005, whereby we issued the Doha Declaration that reiterated the values of solidarity and unified action via the Group of 77 and China in order to reiterate common interests of developing countries through developing international development and multilateral action and cooperation between the South. Distinguished guests, our developing countries require to increase and promote solidarity and cooperation in order to face the complex challenges of our world, which require us to face them unified and in concertation. Qatar lays great importance for cooperation between the countries of the South and to promote the role of G77 and China. Doha has hosted in March 2023 the 5th UN Conference of the Least Developed Countries, LDCs, whereby we have adopted the Doha Action Plan for the least developing countries for 2022-2031, and at the margin of the conference, the ministerial meeting for cooperation between the countries of the South was held, and His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani has contributed $60 million, 50 million of which will be allocated for projects that promote the resilience of least developing countries in different fields, and the contributions of Qatar in sustainability and in humanitarian aid has continued in different fora for the brotherly countries of the South countries, whereby the contributions of the South countries funds has been more than $7 billion from 2014 to 2021. Your Excellencies and Majesties, in light of developments that the Arab region has been witnessing since the 7th of October 2023, the Palestinian people is, of course, witnessing an unprecedented aggression, and here we reiterate the state of Qatar's position in supporting the, of course, still the Palestinian right in self-determination and establishing their state according to the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as their capital, and of course having their rights, which is a just, of course, position based on international law and the UN Charter and the UN resolutions. And it goes in par with the constant position of the G77 since its establishment. It is the position of all peace-loving people. Also, we call for the support and providing humanitarian assistance to civilians in the Gaza, especially in the most, of course, destroyed and affected regions. Distinguished guests, today, of course, we celebrate 60 years since the inception of G77 and China. And the G77 played a pivotal role in defending the rights of developing countries in the UN, and the G77 has, of course, achieved many successes in promoting cooperation between the countries of the South, and we still have a long way to go, and would like to reiterate again our support to the causes of the countries of the South, and we work on them seriously through our membership in the group, in G77. Mr. Chair, in conclusion, while, of course, we transfer the chairmanship to the sisterly country of Uganda, we wish you success in your endeavors and reiterate again the position of the State of Qatar that supports the countries of the South based on the principles of cooperation, consultation, and unified work and solidarity. Thank you, Mr. Chair.